What's good, you guys? We're back again with another video, and today we're here to talk about the USA basketball team. I've been sitting on this video for a long time, but since they just lost yesterday, because this video is gonna come out yesterday, even though I'm recording it the night of the day that they lost, I think it's a perfect time to drop this video. So let's get straight into it. So FIBA basketball has been very fun and exciting because it felt like this summer was so long, like we haven't had basketball in so long. So to get FIBA basketball, to get all our USA guys here, to even get the guys from overseas like Luka, like Jonas Valanciunas, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Nikola Jovic, get to see all the young guys. Dennis Schroeder's been going crazy, Daniel Tice, Franz Wagner, to see all these guys going crazy and see basketball again, NBA talent basketball, to see that again has been very exciting and very fun to watch. But I want to focus on the USA basketball team because they have been taking over Twitter. A lot of stuff has been going around about Steve Kerr, about Brandon Ingram, about Austin Reeves, Anthony Edwards. There's been a lot of things going around, so I just want to kind of talk about that and focus on Team USA. Now, I have watched every Team USA basketball game this year. I only missed one, and I believe that was last Thursday, I believe, and that's because it was at fucking 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm not getting up to watch that. I'm sorry, I'm not getting up. But I caught the other one that was at 4 a.m. I didn't watch it at 4 a.m., but I found like the stream to watch it like when I woke up. So I watched that, but I only missed one. So I kind of know a lot about this team and how they're running it. And I want to say, I like it, but I don't. Like, as far as the team, I like it, but I don't. They have their times where they're very fun and very exciting to watch, but they have their times when it's just one person, and y'all know who that one person is, that's just doing everything and is not trusting his other teammates. And that's the part that like gets me annoyed. So to talk about the good parts is Tyrese Haliburton and Austin Reeves. To me, they don't average the most points, but they have been the best players on the USA basketball team. And I don't want to say it's not close, but like, y'all thinking about Anthony Edwards, and yeah, he averaged the most points, but to me, he has been the best basketball player. I think Tyrese Haliburton and Austin Reeves is just a thing. When every time they go into the game, something switches. They're moving the ball, they're playing faster, they're actually playing team basketball, and that's what gets them into the game. And then that's when they make these runs. Like that one game, I forgot who it was against. I think it was against Greece, and they ended on like a 20-2 run. That's because Tyrese and Austin Reeves was just going crazy, and they fit perfectly. No matter who they're playing with, most of the time they're playing with like Paolo. Lately they've been playing with Brandon Ingram and Bobby Portis. So no matter who they're playing with, they're running, they're sharing the ball, and they're playing very good defense. They even play with Mikal Bridges. That's another player who I think has been the best player, but doesn't get talked about because he's not scoring. And that's all people really care about. That's why you see these narratives on Twitter like Brandon Ingram's been playing trash because he's not giving you the normal 24 that he usually gives you. But if you really watch, he hasn't been playing trash. He's had like 3 or 4 games. I think he has like 3 games, but like he hasn't been very good. But like if you really watch, at times BI's not getting the ball, but we'll get to that later. Tyrese Haliburton and Austin Reeves have been very, very impactful to this team, and they have looked better than the starters. They have looked better than Jalen Brunson at times. To me, I think they have looked better than Anthony Edwards at times, even though he's averaging the most points. I get that, but the way the whole team plays, because it's USA basketball, the team, and the way they play, even though they haven't been playing with any of these players at all ever in their life, but the way that they play, it seems like they've been playing for a long time, and that's just because they're so smart. They know how to share the ball, and they know when it's time to go, it's time to go. That's why I love Tyrese. If you watched my Tyrese Haliburton video yesterday, I love Tyrese, even though the video was called "Is He Overrated?" I love Tyrese. And as soon as he gets in the game, they're running, they're playing fast, they're sharing the ball. That's why I love Austin Reeves. He is not an industry plant. He belongs to me. He's been their best player overall. The last 2 games have been kind of bad, but like before that, he's been their best player to me. So I want to highlight those 2 guys because to me, those are the positives. Along with Paolo, him playing the 5. This is why I said Steve Kerr is going to help out a lot of guys on the team. And one of those guys is Paolo, because he really didn't get to play the 5 like that a lot because Wendell is so good. And he still might not be able to play it, but at times they're going to need him to play the small ball 5 just because they have so much guys. So him playing that role now It's making his defense better. It's making his passing better because he's not really scoring a lot. They're having to set the screens and having him play make out the screens. But on defense, he's switching a lot. They're going to make him better by playing him at the 5, and that's why I love Steve Kerr, because he's getting a lot of these guys better, and you just really don't realize it because a lot of these guys are put in different situations, and some of them are playing very good, and some of them are not doing that good. But Paolo, Austin Reeves, Tyrese, to me, have been the best players. Now, the bad part about this team, Jalen Brunson and Anthony Edwards, they have been averaging the most points. They're going to get the most coverage. They've been going crazy when it comes to scoring wise. But at times, and we've seen it yesterday against Lithuania, they don't pass the ball. I seen a graphic, and I hope I still have it. If I still have it, I will. I'll show it to y'all. But USA was ranked 31st when it came to passes per game. The highest was like 170. They had 101. And most of that is because the starters play a lot of minutes. When I tell you they do not pass the ball more than 2 times in a possession in the half court, they don't. It's just Anthony Edwards, you go around this Jaren Jackson screen, shoot it, or drive to the lane. Jalen Brunson, go around the screen, shoot it, or drive to the lane. We just seen today with the starting lineup that, okay, now they're trying something new. They ran through Jaren Jackson for the 3rd quarter and it was going crazy. But most of the time, we see the offense actually run a real offense when Tyrese is in, or when Austin Reeves is in. We never see that with Jalen Brunson and Anthony Edwards. Now, like I keep saying, they're going to score the points. They're just that talented. But they have been hurting this basketball team. A lot of people like to point at BI because he's just not averaging the amount of points. Like, he's been getting killed because he's not been averaging the amount of points. But if you look at every shot chart that BI has taken, he didn't take over 5 shots, so he went to the bench. And he had like 1 when the showcase. But real people, he didn't take like 5 shots, so he went to the bench. Other than that, he's just sticking in the corner. Other than that, he's sticking in the corner. He'll cut, and I have 2 highlights where he cuts. And I'm gonna show you 2 where he cuts to the lane, and he's wide open, waiting for the ball, and they shoot the ball. And it's Paolo and Anthony Edwards. They just shoot the ball. Like, he cuts, but he doesn't get the ball. Same thing. It's not just BI. Mikal, same thing. Doesn't take a lot of shots. He's been taking a lot of shots the last 2 games, but normally don't take a lot of shots because he doesn't get the ball, because in that half court and the way the starters play, they don't pass. Jaren Jackson, I understand why he only had like 2 to 3 rebounds a game, because he's not getting involved. He's not getting involved at all because the point guards and the guards that he play with don't get involved. He don't play with Tyrese and Austin Reeves like that. He doesn't get involved at all, and that is my problem. Mainly with Anthony Edwards. We just seen yesterday, he had 35 points. Yes, it looked very good. It looks very good, but he hurt the team. Lithuania was playing team basketball. Jonas Valanciunas was diming everybody. They passed the ball more than 5 times in the half court every possession. Then we go to the other side. Anthony Edwards is taking shots. Shot. Not passing the ball at all. Not at all. And I keep tweeting, when is he gonna pass? When is he gonna pass? And y'all know this. That is my fucking guy. I tell y'all all the time, he's going to be an all-time great, and I still believe that. I'm not letting anything that any of these players do in this World Cup persuade me or like doubt them or anything like that. I still think he's going to be an all-time great, but if he doesn't get that fixed, it's going to hurt him, because the tunnel vision is so crazy that hurt the team. And again, I'm gonna reiterate it. He had 35. It looks great. I even seen one post, one big basketball page said and had 35, but he didn't have no help. No, motherfucker, he had the help. He didn't want it. He didn't want it because he went out there and shot every shot. Motherfucker said shot 28 shots. I think he had more shots than everybody else combined. Like, that's not team basketball. Same name with Jalen Brunson. He's a little bit less because even him, he defers to Anthony Edwards. They all do, and that's the problem. But even him, he defers to Anthony Edwards. But even him, he doesn't play make like that at all. Anthony Edwards is out there jacking shots. That's why we see Mikal not doing nothing. We see BI only take 3 shots a game when to me, he's the best player on the team. We see Jaren Jackson not being able to get no buckets, no rebounds, no nothing. He doesn't get the ball. When we see BI go to the bench, when we see Mikal play with the bench, they look the best they looked. Mikal looked the best he looked today. BI, same thing, because they're playing with the bench. As soon as they move BI to the bench, he's been playing very well on both sides. That's the thing with this team, and this is why a lot of these guys won't be here next year when it's the real shit, because they're not there yet. They're younger. So Anthony Edwards is younger in his game. He's not really there with the playmaking stuff. Paulo's not really there. He's made a lot of dumb mistakes, Paulo has, but I do think he's been really good. He's made a lot of dumb mistakes because he's just not there. He's a sophomore. Anthony Edwards is 21, 22 years old. They're young. So a lot of these guys won't be there next year, but they have to work on some stuff. They play Italy tomorrow. This video comes on Monday. They play Italy tomorrow. I hope they win. I believe they will win, but Steve Kerr has to stop letting Ant do what he does. And I think he's catered to Ant. And I think there's some people out here that's now doubting Steve Kerr, saying why he's the all-time great coach. That's just so stupid. That's so stupid. Like, I don't even want to talk about that. But if you don't know why Steve Kerr is the all-time great coach, I really don't want to talk basketball with you. But anyways, like I said, Anthony Edwards has to pass the ball. Jalen Brunson has to pass the ball. And take it off the court. Motherfuckers have to actually watch. Like, why are we crucifying BI? Like, let me get my fan them out. Why are we crucifying him? If you really watch, he's not getting the ball. So how's a person so bad if he's not getting the ball? You can't say, oh, he got the cut. Because I can show you highlights when he's cutting. He's just not getting the ball. And that's why I love Steve Kerr, because he made the adjustment. Now, ever since he's been on the bench, he's been playing good. Got to play him a little bit more minutes like he did yesterday. But still, this team is good. They're just a lot more talented than any other team. But like we've seen today, a team that plays team basketball can beat them. We almost seen it with Germany, and we almost seen them with Montenegro. Like, teams that play basketball, that have been together for years, they can beat them. So they got to get that fixed, bro. They have to. And you have to pass the ball, bro. You got to pass, bro. Like, Jaren Jackson should at least be getting 8 shots a game. He's that talented, that big in the post. Like, he should get 8 shots a game. He had one game where he had 8 shots, had 14 points. It was so easy. So they got to feature him more. Got to feature B.I., Mikal more. They got to feed the wings, because the wings on the other side are doing most of the work. So they have to feed the wings, man. And shout out to Tyrese and Austin. AUR, like I said, to me, they've been the best players. And the best players. Ant's averaging the most points. I get it, but no. And this is coming from an Ant stan. I haven't been impressed. Because I'm looking at it now, I don't think he's added anything to his game that he had in 2 months. The playmaking is just, that's the one thing he really needed to add. The defense is there, the scoring was obviously there, but the playmaking, the extra passes, the passes in general, just add a little bit. Just show me, he hasn't shown me none of that. And this is me calling out my favorite, one of my faves. I'm calling him out. He has to pass. Jalen Brunson, I understand. You got to play with Ant. And you don't get the ball that much. So when you get the ball, my fault for in the camera. When you get the ball, you are going to shoot. But still, yeah, I got to pass. And I'm not saying none of this is on Steve Kerr, by the way, also. Because it is a reason why when that bench goes out there to actually run the plays, Steve Kerr has to stop catering to Ant. Like, they have to run plays for the starting lineup, because that's when they're at their best. But other than that, man, that's it for this video, man. I'll talk to you guys later on this week with, what did I say, the Power 4 video on Wednesdays. Peace out.